Hey guys, you can't do a hiker vlog without a gear video. So here comes everything I'm taking on my 2019 Appalachian Trail thru hike. Stick around. Let's talk about the gear I'm taking on my 2019 Appalachian thru hike attempt. So I've made a game time decision. I'm going to break this video up into 2 videos so it doesn't take quite so long to do. So we're going to start out with the big 3, and then we're going to talk about my water system and my kitchen. So big 3 real quick. I'm going to go with the Osprey Exos 48. This is a great pack. It's tried and true. It's been around a long time. I really like it. Comes in with the lid at about 2.5 pounds. Everything on this is stock except for on the front. I've got a mag pouch on the strap, which is perfect for my cell phone, and my GoPro slides down through the MOLLE loop, and also the MOLLE loops will help manage my headphone cord and that kind of thing. Also on the other side of the strap is where I carry the knife that I'm bringing with me. This is the Minimalist by I always say this wrong, CRKT. And I gotta tell you, if you're looking for a super small, light knife, I really recommend this. The finger cutouts in this make it really easy to handle. Super strong, super sharp, and at 2 ounces. And it comes with a sheath that is friction lock, and it's got lash points on it, so if you wanted to lash it somewhere else, you could. But if you're looking for a little knife, I kind of recommend that. So the next thing on my big 3 is my tent. I'm going to be going with the Nemo 2 Hornet Pride. This is a freestanding 2-person tent, but like a lot of 2-person tents, it's really not. You have to be like super good friends. But it's freestanding, 2-door. These are the tent poles, tent stakes that come with it. Comes in at about 2.2 pounds. The only real negatives is I don't think this is going to be worth much at the end of the hike. I think the Appalachian Trail is going to eat its lunch, just durability wise. And if you're really tall, it's not a very tall tent. So if you're like, say, 6'2", sitting up in the tent, it's going to be a little crowded. But other than that, I love how it packs down. I love how it sets up. And it's a double wall tent, so a lot of those lighter single wall tents, have condensation problems. And I've never experienced any of that with this, so I really like it. The sleep system, last part of my big 3. All of my gear is sitting on top of my brand new Enlightened Equipment 20-degree Revelation. I haven't actually got to field test this, but I have certainly played around with it, and I love this thing. It is super fluffy, and I got it in the extra large or extra wide, and so don't judge me on that. Just part of the 2X lifestyle. The other part of my sleep system is my pad, and I'm going to be using the Nemo Switchback. This is a kind of their version of the Thermarest Z-Lite, and so you can see it's just like the Z-Lite. It's got reflective on one side to raise the R value a little bit. They have changed the pattern, which makes it a little bit thicker, but it's still a foam pad. But these things are so convenient. They have a million uses. I really prefer these. This thing will never spring a leak and go flat. But the only issue is that you are sleeping on a pad that is that thick right there. So they're just not as comfortable. There's no way around it. But they have so many uses and they're so convenient. I choose this. If I get to a point where I'm just not sleeping at all at some point, if I got to make a gear decision on the trail, I would probably cut this down and take about 5 panels of it to use it for all those things that I like to use it for, and then get an inflatable and just carry the extra weight. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's talk about my water system and my kitchen. So for my water filtering, I'm going to use the Sawyer filter. This is a very popular filter. A lot of people use it. I've got a sport top on it. It's just to make it kind of convenient, keep that clean and protected. There's a new Sawyer out this year. I've not used it, but I've seen some videos on it. It seems to be pretty good. And if this ever goes bad on me, I'll probably upgrade to that. But for new people who are using this, it's a great filter. It's inexpensive. It's kind of foolproof, but you can't let it freeze. So if there's any chance of freezing, you've got to keep it next to your body and take it into your sleeping bag at night. Okay, for my dirty water, I'm going to be using the Scenic bladder. This is a 2-liter bladder, and it's kind of a game changer when it comes to collecting your dirty water. It's so much easier. It's got a big mouth on there, and you hook your filter up there, squeeze the water into whatever, or drink right out of it. This thing is awesome. So much better than the bags that come with your Sawyer. So definitely upgrade to this. And I'll be using a couple of Smart Water bottles. I'll have the sports top on them, and I'll have 2 of these. I'll probably only be carrying about 1 liter at a time because there's just been so much rain in Georgia, North Carolina, that you're going to be coming across water pretty regular. When I was out there this summer hiking, I was carrying 2 liters most of the time, and even then, I was crossing water that I could filter if I weren't lugging the extra 2 pounds with me. So that's my water. My kitchen, I've got the Tokes 550 titanium mug. Love this thing. If I were gonna buy it over again, I'd probably go for the 650, 750. The only reason being, you can see it doesn't close all the way with the stuff I've got in here. And I have just enough OCD where that bugs the crap out of me. So I've got the BSR stove, like a whole lot of folks. You know, at 0.9 of 1 ounce, you really can't go wrong. It boils water really, really fast. But at times it can be a little sketchy. So if this fails on me, I don't know that I would replace it with this, even though it's super cheap. You can get them for like $16, $17. I would probably go with like a Pocket Rocket, and maybe even a Pocket Rocket that's got the click start on there, because I really, really miss that from a stove I used to use. So I've got my little bitty lighter. I've got my hot lips right there to put on the side of my cup. I've got my fuel, and then I have my little towel. And this is just to clean up, and when you put your fuel in, it keeps it from creating a rust ring around there, and it also keeps it kind of quiet. The bag it all comes in, I put a piece of Reflectix in the bottom, and that's why when I boil my water for my coffee or whatever, my ramen noodles, I put it in there, and now I can hold it. That's a heat protector. I can put it on the floor of my tent with no worries. So that's just awfully convenient. So that is my stove set, except for my oven. So this is homemade oven. So I use this with Ziploc freezer bags. These things will take boiling water. So your pasta sides, rice sides, couscous, all that kind of stuff. You put that in here, you fill it up with your boiling water. You close this up and you let it cook for however long is required. And you can also cook stuff in there that you want to eat 2 or 3 hours up the trail, and you can just throw this in your pack, and it'll keep it warm. So it's nice to have a warm lunch, for example. And I also have the Sea to Summit long-handled spoon. There are sport people and there are spoon people, and I'm a spoon guy. So that's my big 3, my water system, and my kitchen. So thanks a lot. Another video coming up later on my clothing and my electronics and my personal items. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.